Hi guys, so here's my steampunk navy breeches. As you can see, I was having some fun with my homemade smoke machine there. So this is one of the teams that comes with the Into the Dark box set. I did the Croots earlier, so go and check that video out guys, see how I made and painted them. But yeah, obviously this is the navy breeches, and I'm assembling my figures so that I get all of the special operatives in this one. As usual, I always like to start with the main boss, just in case there aren't enough bodies to do all of them. I think in this one there is actually, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, start with the main boss, and I generally like to have bosses that, well, they're pointing the finger. I don't know why. I think it makes them look like they're sort of telling people what to do. So that's the guy I've got here. So yeah, usual thing, simple case, cutting out the bits that you need. They're all numbered up. Sometimes they're easy to find, sometimes more like a game, trying to find them. And yeah, cut them off, and then obviously scrape away any sort of mould lines or leftover bits that were where they were connected to the sprue. And yeah, simply cut them out, glued them together, job done. And then simply repeat that process, well, for all the others. So guys, yeah, as you might have seen, obviously me messing about there with some smoke sort of effects, and a few LEDs were sort of placed in areas. Something I'm going to try and do a bit more of is obviously, now that I have got quite a few kill teams, yeah, I kind of want to show them off in all their glory. So yeah, a few more sort of videos turning up with smoke machines and that sort of thing. Let me know in the comments if you like those little sort of shots. Some of them are going to be teaser sort of videos that will come out before the main video, and some, well, some might come out after the main video. It's like I've got the orcs, so I really fancy doing some fun sort of cinematic shots with those. But yeah, let me know what you think of them guys, or if there's any way you think I can improve on doing my little cinematic previews. That'd be awesome. So yeah, as you can see, basically what I'm doing here, every time I build one of the figures, I'm putting it straight, or if I can, straight onto one of my little sort of figure painter holder doobry whatsits. Who knows what they're called. So yeah, as you can see, most of them are done in the background. I think I'm now working on the last sort of few figures. But yeah, I've got plenty of these little paint holders or figure holders, miniature holders. Let me know in the comments guys, what are these things called that hold the miniatures? I'm sure it's just a miniature holder. Anyway, enough waffling. Back to me cutting bits out. So yeah, so the last one I believe. Yeah, better sort of tidying up, getting it ready, glue it, stick it on a miniature base holder doobry whatsit. So to stop myself from, well, waffling on, I'm going to say a big shout out and thank you to all my patrons for helping support the channel, as well as my sponsors Easy Roller Dice and Any Cubic. So guys, I am pretty much posting on my Patreon page, well, nearly every day now, just with obviously all the updates of what I'm currently working on. So if you fancy seeing what I'm making before it comes to YouTube, as well as obviously helping the channel, then yeah, click on the link that's down below, or there'll be a link at the end of the video. And yeah, want to become a patron and help support what I'm doing, as well as I do a lot more obviously chatting on there about yeah, what I'm currently working on. Anyway, getting back to waffling. So yeah, last figure, let's glue him together, a few bits done. So this is the one of the big gunner guy, which is pretty cool because that's, well, that's my name, Gunner. Yeah, okay, next, moving on. As soon as I saw these guys, I kind of had an idea of how I wanted to paint them, because to me they kind of look a little bit like they're firefighters, but they also look like they're wearing like the old style deep sea diver sort of outfit with the big sort of tanks and the helmets. So that was kind of what I was thinking of when I went for a paint scheme for these. I was kind of thinking something between a fireman and yeah, a deep sea diver. So that's kind of why I've gone for the yellow as their main colour, and obviously the copper sort of goldy effect for anything metal. So yeah, sticking with the old Slapchop method, obviously this is what I've been doing for the last, well, 5 kill teams. I think this is the 6th kill team I've done, or was it the 7th? I've kind of lost track. So yeah, going to do the Slapchop method, which is basically priming in black and then dry brushing with a grey and then dry brushing with a white afterwards, because then it's just a simple case of applying your contrast paints or obviously speed paints or the Green Stuff World dipping inks. All do the same sort of stuff, which is pretty cool. I have got some more of the Green Stuff World dipping inks turning up, which is pretty cool, because then I'll have the full range. So yeah, I'm going to try out several figures, well, just using Green Stuff World stuff. So yeah, keep an eye out for those guys, because say this method of Slapchop, Underpainting, Grisale or whatever it's called, yeah, really works wonders for me. That being said, in this case, maybe not so much. So obviously the copper, or I've used Warhammer bronze for the copperish bits, which worked out really well. But the yellow speed paint, yeah, not so much. Definitely more orange than yellow. As I like to batch paint my kill teams, this is where obviously it is a very good idea to do one first, see if you like it before doing all the rest. And yeah, I'm definitely glad obviously I did just the one to see how he looked, because yeah, wasn't happy with him at all. As this is obviously the kind of yellow that I really wanted his outfit to be, because it would have stood out really nicely against the sort of the copper, well, metally bits. So yeah, plan B, well, I need to strip him, and as I want them all to look obviously the same sort of colour, I'm going to strip this dude back. I'm trying to get in shot that it's isopropyl, you know what it is. I'm going to show it again in a minute. Yeah, leave the little chap in some of this for about 20 minutes. There you go. Isopropyl alcohol. I still can't say it, but you can see it on the screen, guys. Yeah, this stuff worked really well. Obviously on the plastic figure, it didn't sort of melt him in any kind of way. So while he was having a bath, I decided to paint another dude up. Again, just do one at a time before batch painting, just to make sure I'm happy with how he looks. And yeah, I'm happy with how he looks. So this is a lineup of all the paints that I used to paint these people with. So obviously you can have a little look there. Yeah, so once painting, because obviously I have painted him not doing the Slapchop method, but just painting him normally. Yeah, good old washes. I do love my washes, and obviously use them afterwards. So yeah, now I've done one, it is just a case of going through and say batch painting, as obviously this makes things a whole lot quicker and easier. As obviously you paint one in whatever colour you've currently got on your brush, and yeah, you do that to all of them. And say obviously because these are a kill team, they are generally wearing pretty much the same sort of outfits, and that's why doing a batch sort of process here works really well. So yeah, it's a great quick way of obviously getting all the figures ready for well, ready to get on the board and play. I say it's a shame, because I would have liked to have done these in the Slapchop method, as that's what I've done the past sort of 5 or 6 kill teams in, and yeah, really pleased with how they've come out. Although I am pleased with how these came out. So yeah, it's not too bad. But say that the Slapchop method is generally quicker as well. I say because you don't have to apply any washes or do any highlights or anything after. Not that you'll ever see me really doing any highlights. I do just generally sort of paint normally and then chuck a wash on. But yeah, so all these figures all start getting painted, and obviously while I'm doing that, I get old Mr. Boy out again. He's had his nice little bath now for say about 20 minutes I think he was in for, which seemed a good enough time. And then using someone else's toothbrush, yeah, quickly wipe him, and say the stuff come off really well, which is really cool, because I've never actually used isopropyl that stuff again. Never actually used that to sort of clean a figure, and very pleased with how fast it works. So yeah, it even took obviously the primer off and took the figure right back to how he should be. But again, same, because obviously I want him to look obviously the same as all the others. Even though I'm using the block colours, I still sort of did the black prime and the dry brushing, just in case I didn't want him looking any different from the rest. So it kind of made sense just to get him back to looking like, well, how he did about an hour prior to me doing what I'm doing now. If you are enjoying the video, guys, don't forget to hit that like button, and yeah, leave some comments down below, and share if possible, as obviously all these things help with the old YouTube god, and yeah, try and get these videos out to more and more people. So So yeah, here's that lovely yellow that well, I kind of wanted him to look like previously. As I say, I really sort of fancied the idea of these kind of being firefighters. Even though obviously those tanks on their back, I'm sure, are giving them oxygen. In my mind, they're also kind of like putting fires out. Especially obviously the dude with the axe. Well, I was saying that, they've all kind of got axes. So yeah, they're all kind of firefighters, well, in my mind. And so I like the idea of doing the steampunk sort of look. So rather than their metal bits being silver, which seems to be the sort of general sort of way people are going with these, I do like to be different sometimes. Not for the sake of being different, just because, well, sometimes different does look better. And yeah, say everyone's different. Some of you guys are going to look at this and think, oh god, no, that looks stupid. He should have stuck with the silver and the blue, and that's fine. Yeah, you do it that way, guys. Again, that's why painting's so much fun. Everyone does it differently, and we all do it how we like it and how we like it to look. So yeah, this is where I subtly put on some wash. Now I'm joking, really. I slather these guys in wash. So yeah, if you're offended by washes, guys, I would look away for a couple of minutes, because I really need to get the big sort of dipping pots you can get with the wash, and literally just dunk these guys in, because yeah, I do go over the top with the wash. I know I do, but I kind of like the end result. I like my figures to look grimy. Well, I just look like they've had some action, they've seen better days, and they're certainly not wearing their Sunday best. And there we go, the wash is all dried, and yeah, I'm loving it. It really has gone into all the nooks and crannies. I always prefer using the brown wash as opposed to the black wash. I find the black wash just to be too harsh, whereas at least the brown one, it's a lot softer looking, but still makes them look a bit sort of worn and weathered. And yeah, it's simply a case of taking them off these painting handle knobby whatsits. So they come off real easy. There's only a little sort of dab of glue, or dab of glue even, keeping them on there. But they are nice and secure until you get a blade under there and just pop the suckers off. As most of you guys know, when it comes to bases, I prefer to use clear bases just so I can see what's underneath the figure. So I get my bases from Fluid 3D Workshop. Obviously they do a whole variety of bases. They do the normal ones, but obviously I'm only concerned with the plastic sort of clear ones, which again they do a huge variety of different sort of thicknesses as well as obviously sizes. So they all come on one of these sort of plastic cards. Simply sort of pop the sucker out. It's kind of attached or held in by just two little bits. So yeah, these come off nice and easy, light bit of sanding, and yeah, job done. Probably have more fun with these taking these clear sticky things off. Well, I say sticky, they're not actually sticky, but I think static seems to be attracted to them, because well, you'll see in a second that when I do take them off, they kind of stick to me wrong. But yeah, so these bases are awesome. There's a link in the description, guys. So if you're after clear bases, go and check these guys out, as they do, well, more bases than you can shake a stick at. So yeah, I'm getting all the bases ready, but say, I don't know what it is, because these things aren't sticky. So it must be some sort of static that's just making them, well, stick to me more than anything else. So once they're all done, simple case, another little dab of glue on the old feet, and yeah, plonk them down, job done. And yeah, move on to the next one, simple as that. I say I like the clear bases just because I want to see what's underneath, and these bases obviously don't distract from the figure, which is pretty cool. The other great thing about these bases that come from Fluid 3D Workshop is obviously they come on that sort of well, one whole panel, which obviously you pop these out of. But the great thing about that is you could use that sort of panel as a what's it called, base mover, figure mover, let me know in the comments, guys. But whatever it is, yeah, put your figures in it and you can move loads at once. Obviously you could cut this up so it's smaller, so it just has teams of 5, or you can do it so it has a whole team of 10, which is pretty cool, and off they trot into battle. Or in this case, they're off into the Gallowdark to seek out and destroy, well, whatever they can find. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, leave some likes, leave some comments, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you want to help support the channel and see what I'm currently working on before it comes out to YouTube, don't forget to become a patron. Link at the end here, as well as a link down in the description. Okay guys, that's it. Bye for now.